from this position. Quite a technical move, but I want you to learn it, so keep yourself nice and strong. From here, making sure to anticipate any elbows coming. Okay, so you're here. Head down, don't be like this, 4 elbows coming. If anything, you'll be down here, strong.
My name's Tommy Gunn, I teach here at Guns MMA. I've been involved with Guns MMA for the last, say, 3 years and been in the sport for about, say, 17 years. Mixed martial itself, my first introduction, really and truly, I've always been a martial artist from a very young age, probably from about 10 years old. Doing the martial arts, I then took up football, basketball, so forth. A friend of mine was putting a bit of weight, getting a bit tubby. Came to me one day, he said, Tom, you used to do martial arts when you was younger, I want to get fit, would you come along with me? So we tried a few different places and eventually I found mixed martial arts. I looked at it, didn't understand what it was, like most people, it was a bit, you know, a bit untoward, but still looking very, very interesting. So we went the following week and that was my friend's first day and last day and I was there 10 years later.
Boom. So as much as I can, I'll take them about turning.
When I'm teaching youngsters the mixed martial arts side of thing, when it comes to sparring, etc., and the whole circle of martial arts, first things first, no attitude, no chip on your shoulder whatsoever. From you walk in that door and you've got this swagger about you, this bow, this arrogance, straight away I don't like you. It's simple as that. You can be the best striker in the world, you can have the best cardio in the world, you can have your best kicks in the world, doesn't really matter. I don't like you. The reason being, I just see a bully. That's all I see is a bully. And I don't like bullies and most people don't like bullies. So if you carry yourself in that way and then you're coming in to get taught techniques that are to a certain degree, we know what they are, we know what they can do, and you carry yourself in a certain way, I have an idea of what you want to do with it. So you're not welcome here. Gentlemen and people that are very, very humble about themselves, males and females, we'll teach them everything, we'll be happy to. Yeah? If you're a certain way, certain mannerism. If you're a nice guy, nice lady, you're welcome here. If you have an attitude or a chip on your shoulder, please do not come to Guns MMA. Do not. Have no interest.
Eventually they just take their toe. So you always make sure to stay in the arms. So they just trust the punch, you just follow them. Yeah?
With mixed martial arts, it's very important, I personally feel that, because there are various ways of getting injuries along the way, but what people have to understand is, as long as it's taught in the correct way, of course there's injuries, if it's taught in the correct way, nurtured correctly, then obviously the prevention is there. You'll get football, you'll get rugby, there's moments in sports like that it's too late. If someone comes running in with studs showing, you don't have the option to tap out. Your legs are taken out. With mixed martial arts, you do have the option to tap out and submit and obviously compete another day and so forth. With teaching the mixed martial arts, especially when you've got guys coming up to competitions, whether it be an amateur, novice, semi-pro, professional, obviously as you're going into your professional element of fighting or semi-pro, things have to become more intense. That isn't a problem because obviously it's been leading up to a long time beforehand, be it years into their mixed martial arts experience. So as time goes on, they become fitter, they become stronger, it's water off a duck's back, it's second nature, the same way as it is you're asleep. You go to the toilet, you're asleep, you'll still walk up and go to the toilet without your eyes open, you know what you've got to do, it's part and parcel. That same rule applies to mixed martial arts when you're going towards semi-pro and at a professional level.
From London, please welcome Sammy Buhon Berry!
And that's right, Sammy Berry, for me, is an absolute gentleman in every aspect. You know, he's a great fighter, great character, in and outside the cage, and he's so unorthodox that you just don't know what you're going to be up against.
My name's Sammy Berrick. I've been fighting professionally in MMA for about 10 years now, just over 10 years. Most people pick whatever various stage name they feel comfortable with. I picked the Hun as in Attila the Hun, which are like traditional warriors. When I'm approaching the cage, when I'm walking up to it, main thing is not to, what thoughts I allow to develop. Once you allow negative thought to develop, that's it, that'll screw you over, or it's a chemical reaction that. So I'm always trained on keeping my mind clear. As I stepped in the cage, it's more like, it's like vacuum packed, there's no noise. It doesn't seem noisy at all. There's the lights coming down as well. I don't pay much attention to everyone. I'll acknowledge everyone. When I get in there, I just nod my head. I acknowledge everyone basically, and that's it. After you've shaked hands, the ref pulls you in the middle. Has the last few words, touch gloves.
Any questions to me on the rules? Protect yourselves at all times, listen to my words of command at all times, and if I tell you to stop, you stop. Touch gloves, get ready for war. Right back. Here we go, you ready? You ready?
Then when you go back, that's when it's about to begin. Compose, get ready, and as soon as it's go, that's when to go and do whatever we're going to do at that time. The most important thing in an MMA fight is the referee, because if that referee delays his stopping the fight even 1 second, that person, as soon as they get knocked out and they're not defending themselves, that ref's got to jump in there.
Doing a good job at the moment, moving for the arc triangle, fantastic work. Now this is where it's showing. This is where the training with Eddie Cone is showing. Sammy Berwick with a reformed game and wins by submission.
I go for the kill, I know I'm going to stop when it's time to.
Oh my goodness, you say you never know what to expect from the hunt.
My name's Ben Corcoran. I've been training for about 4 years now, fighting for about 2 years. I started with Guns MMA and I'm still with Guns MMA. It's so many highs in the sport, but then the lows are really low. I mean, you can train as hard as you like, think that you're unstoppable, and then lose. And that's stressful, proper stressful. You know, like, you can't let the lows keep you down. Do you know what I mean? Once you drop, get back up, get back on the horse, start training again, train harder. Do you know what I mean? Get yourself back in there.
Please welcome to the red corner, Ben Corcoran.
I prefer to fight on the ground. I'm a lot more of a grappler than a stand-up fighter. I am sort of more comfortable doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and grappling, and I like, my favourite move I'd say is an arm triangle. The minute you're in there, you know this is it now. Do you know what I mean? I'm here, your heart's beating, like you know everyone's there to watch you. The pressure's on a bit, but it depends on how you act under pressure. Do you know what I mean? I love pressure. It's not just a sport for me, it's something that gets you buzzing. Do you know? You can turn up to the gym and you've had a really bad day. The minute you get on the mats and you start training, your day's brightened up again. Do you know? Like you start to land good shots, you start to get hit, you feel alive. Do you know? Like it wakes you up.
So yes, it's very, very important to train hard. Train till you can't train no more. Train to failure, to absolute failure. But at the same time, it's important to keep that fun element involved as well. Now the truth of the matter is, in the hard training, sometimes brings out them smiles, that laughter.
Look, my chin, the pressure there till my hand goes in. I put it in flat like this, and then I reveal a little bit of space for it to drop in. Put my head on it. As I breathe in, I'll squeeze my elbows together and push the head forward. It's good for you.
With mixed martial arts, obviously it's tarnished with a certain brush where you think everybody in the sport is a hooligan, some kind of barbarian, very, very aggressive, this, that and the other. It's not the case, it really isn't the case.
I agree, there's still some MMA fights, not really called MMA, well, Valetudo, anything goes, where they don't wear groin guards, you can do pretty much anything you want, and they disregard more of the rules. It's more of just for pure bloody entertainment rather than as a sport.
Now the truth of the matter is, sorry to be blunt, but if you're an arsehole, then you're an arsehole. If you're an arsehole with darts, you'll be an arsehole in MMA. That's just down to you as the person, as the individual, nothing to do with the sport whatsoever. For me, myself, if I'm promoting mixed martial arts to the public out there, we've got to go straight to the truth, the core of it. The truth of the matter is, people are saying, yeah, it's very, very violent, very brutish, brutality. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a fact, it is. So is football, so is rugby. Okay, yes, MMA and martial arts, it's more of a contact sport. You're looking to strike people, you're looking to do this, that and the other. Anyone that's ignorant to it doesn't know, yes, you're entitled to your opinion. You've got to say, oh, it's a bit too much, a bit brutish. You have to understand, a lot of stuff depends where you live in, what area you live in, and what you should be doing. So rather than thinking you've got to carry a knife or carry a gun for self-protection and then end up getting a criminal record off the back of it, learn martial arts and carry the weapons that you're born with, and you use them when the time is right, when it's time to defend yourself.
There shouldn't be so much knife crime and gun violence and stuff, do you know what I mean? People need to get off of that and find something else to do, do you know what I mean? And if MMA is it, then yeah, jump into the gym, come down here, come to guns.
So please, don't be ignorant, get involved, at least come down, sit down in certain gyms, meet the people, ask their opinions, see where they was before they started it and how they became, and then make your opinions rather than being ignorant to it. I was the same.